EduTech Guys present a conversation from our live coverage of FETC in Orlando, Florida on Wednesday, January 24th, 2018. Enjoy the program.
Well, hello, I'm Nancy Biddinger, and I live here in Orlando, Florida. I work for Orange County Public Schools as a district digital resource teacher.
Oh, awesome. Cool. Okay.
And I'm here today at FETC. I get to do a poster session.
Oh, nice.
So that's exciting. It's the first time I presented at FETC.
Awesome. Oh, very cool. So what is your poster session about?
It is on a Google program, a free curriculum called Applied Digital Skills. And it's designed for secondary ed students as well as college and career. It's very inclusive. It's project-based learning. It's a blended environment where there are tutorials for the students, videos, and as they work through these real-life applications, they learn how to use the Google apps. Yeah. And to be very effective. So it's life learning and job and career skills as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Great.
Well, you have a great title. Isn't it great that we're living in a world now where in education, where we have all these abilities to help teachers and help students and have new titles and do all kind of really
Oh my
cool
goodness,
stuff.
it is amazing. This is my 38th year in education, and I started off where the technology was the hand crank mimeograph, and there was one telephone in the hallway, a black rotary dial phone for the entire staff to use.
Wow.
And you had to stand in the hallway to wait your turn. So yes, it's been a phenomenal change.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so give us a rundown of what we won't be able to make the poster session because we're always sitting right here. So give us a quick rundown summary of what we can expect.
Well, I want to share with people that this is a relatively new program that's been put out, and it's completely free. As a matter of fact, they didn't have a name for it until this summer. So my proposal didn't have a real name, but they're calling it Applied Digital Skills. And it teaches students as well as adults. If adults want to do it and go in the college career, you can also earn badges and certification with it as well. The purpose is to provide students with digital literacy, to be able to work collaboratively, to kind of problem solve, which is what employers are looking for.
Sure.
So it's real-life, job-based, problem-based learning. For instance, someone could do there's a research project where they research and develop a topic, where they're learning how to research and write. There's also one where they can create an editing tool with programming, so they get into a little bit of coding. All this while using the Google apps of docs, sheets, slides, and forms. One that I find particularly interesting for Orlando is a guide to an area. Mm-hmm. So students have to do research. Let me see some of the other topics. See, I brought my research with me. Yes, they have.
You came prepared.
They have another one where they plan and budget. So they're working with spreadsheets and data for that way. Create an editing tool for programming, research and develop a topic. And there's also one where they're researching a financial plan, and the example given is researching which cell phone is the best buy and why. So looking at the different plans, so making comparisons. So lots of high level thinking. Students can work individually or in partners and collaborate together. Because it's a blended curriculum, which includes the lesson plans, the rubrics, teachers can put their classes, have their classes, so students, they can track their students, they can monitor their student progress, which also is very powerful to know where they are all at. So it's a fun, I think it's a really a very good resource to have available. Teachers can do the whole 90 hours of instruction, or they can just pick a unit, and it goes across content areas, so they can use it across different contents. I'm a Google certified trainer, but I don't work for them.
Right.
But it's just one of the products that we'll be sharing with our district. When I'm part of a team at my district where we provide professional development and support for the one-to-one Launched Ed program where all our high schools, every student has a laptop, every teacher has. After this year, all our middle schools will have all a laptop, and then we start heading out to the elementary schools.
Yeah, that's awesome,
man.
All of those that sound great, and they're real world. That's
exactly.
It's stuff that the students can use down the road and then build upon. Then go, oh wait, if I can do cell phones, then I can do toilet paper. I can do cereal. I can build this all out. So when they're out on their own in the real world, they can learn to budget and handle.
Exactly, and then they become proficient with these digital tools. So even if they don't use a Google Doc at the workplace, they it transfers over. There's a
It
lot
does.
of similarities
Yes.
between the
Oh,
different
yeah.
platforms. So it does give them some very real skills. Students are great typing with the thumbs,
Uh-huh.
but when it comes to keyboard skills and knowing how to manipulate a dock or a slide or whatever, there is instruction required even
Yeah.
for the digital natives.
And
Oh,
formulas
absolutely.
and all that good stuff. Yeah, manipulating data. Once they get the hang of it, a lot of them find it a lot of fun.
Yes.
I love doing formulas and making spreadsheets do what I want them to do, and not do what I want them to do. Why aren't
right.
you working?
I've made my peace with them.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you made a very good point in that transfer of knowledge. If I learn how to do things in Google, in Docs, in the
Yes.
well, I'll say quote unquote Microsoft Word equivalent, right? So Google Docs. I'm in this word processor, and is it exactly like other word processors out there? No, but none of them are exactly alike. But here's the thing: the basics of what I need to know is going to transfer no matter whose name is
Exactly.
on this word processor. So yeah, there's some things I'm going to have to learn specific to that probably, but by the same token, I can take what I know and take what I've learned using this one,
Yes.
and it'll apply to 99% of what I need to do in other ones.
Exactly, and even within the one product that you use, whether it's Microsoft or Google, within 6 months there are going to be updates.
Right.
And you're going to have to adapt and change
Yes.
anyway. So it's good.
Especially if it's Microsoft.
And I like that this particular product, with all the Google apps, because we're a Google district as well, they go across content areas and all learner levels. So it's not just the science folks or the math folks or the language arts folks. It can be applied to everyone, and I think that's where we get our bigger bang for the buck with technology, is when we can apply it to all our learners in one way or another.
Right.
So are your teachers? They're loving this, aren't they? Are they
You know
biting?
what? This is so new. Not many of my teachers know. Our teachers know about this.
Oh.
We are just becoming familiar with it ourselves
Sure.
because it was just coming out last spring.
Okay.
I belonged to a team, and all of us became certified trainers as part of being able to serve our district. And this was one of the things that came. Hey, we're working on this. Take a look at it. And
Yeah.
it's like, so yeah, the word is just now getting out to them, but the ones that do see it are very enthusiastic with it.
That's awesome. So in your in pulling away from the poster session type stuff, in your and I hate to use the phrase day to day because it's never the same day twice, I know. But in your day to day regular job, what are some of the things that you're working with your students or teachers, that type of thing, in your role at your district?
Well, in my role, as I said, I'm part of a 5-member team,
Yeah.
and we provide professional development for schools that are going to have the Launched Ed program rolled out to that. That's where the one-to-one initiative happens. We started off with our high schools, and
Right.
as of last year, all our high schools are one-to-one. So that involved meeting weekly with the designated digital leaders. So it's a train-the-trainer model, which has its ups and downs.
Sure.
But so we would meet with a group from each school on a regular basis and introduce them to the device that they would be using, how to use, we have panels, interactive panels, and we have laptops, and then the software. And over the course of the 4 years that I've been a part of this, our technology has changed.
Sure.
The panels have changed, the software has changed, the platforms have changed. So not only is it bringing on the new people, but updating everybody else who's involved in it. So we do face-to-face trainings. We also go on-site to schools, and we support individual schools or teams. We do professional development on-site for them. We also do remote. We do virtual ones where I'm sitting in my place and they're all sitting in their places, and nobody has to go in the parking lot or stay nice and toasty, and so we do track classes that way. Some of those are short 30-minute ones, some are more lengthy and long ones. Right now we have a learning management system, a new learning management system that we started off with this year. So my team is also building content for that for teachers, and we just got a notice to start building content for students to use over the summer. So what we do, we get to present PD, we get to write PD, we get to go alongside teachers and problem solve, because we let folks know that, yes, this is great, wonderful stuff, but what are you going to do when it doesn't work? Because it won't.
Right. I just want to say, for those of you listening, when she said "right PD," she raised her hands up. That's something you are very, you're obviously very excited and passionate about.
I
So.
love to write it and I love to present it. I was in the classroom for many years in elementary, and then became instructional support in secondary, which I thought was very entertaining because I thought, who wants to go to middle school? And by golly, I went there and had a blast.
Yeah.
And so all along the way, I've been training teacher, doing trainings for helping, being a team leader and helping new staff and guiding a team. And so that component's always been a part of my instructional career. So if you ask me what my favorite job is, it's always been whatever the one I have, and the one I have now is just like out of this world.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
And
really awesome.
isn't it awesome that you said you've been in education for 38 years,
Mm-hmm.
and isn't it awesome that even at the 38-year mark, you're like, this is perfect. This is exactly where I want to be. I love doing this.
It is amazing to have that. I still smile when I pull into the parking lot, and I figure there's therapy for that because I've lasted that long. And that's not a totally Pollyannish look. I mean, I know there are
Sure.
issues. I know there are big things going on, and I know there are concerns, but in the day-to-day, I try to find that spark that, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to help somebody. And the goal is to give teachers more time to do the things they need to do and want to do.
Yeah.
And I think technology is one of those tools that can do that. They don't have to hand score everything watching Masterpiece Theater on Sunday night.
Right.
Within minutes, they can score 125 quizzes and be done with it. And the students get the result so much faster.
Right.
So it's good for everybody.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, FETC, what are you looking forward to besides your poster session?
Oh, one of the things I like is just those, you just happen to be alongside somebody and find out where they're from and what it's like for them. What's
Yeah.
their district? Because you get so involved in your own school district and where you are, you think, well, that's the way it is everywhere. Or you think, oh, we're the only ones who have this or that. So I like being on one of the buses and going to and from places. Oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from here. What do you do?
Right.
I like that component.
Yeah.
I like to meet the vendors at the exhibit hall, because so many of them we work closely with because we have to train their products.
Right.
So we've gotten to know many of them personally. And so it's nice to put a face, because we call them for support. This isn't working. What do I do?
Right,
And so
yes.
and they're very responsive. So it's good to meet them as well. And of course, there's always that new thing you want to find
Yeah.
out, or
Yeah.
maybe it's a tool you've had but you didn't think, I didn't think of using it that way.
Yes.
That's a great idea. So I like to get the ideas.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is great.
Well, I hope you have a blast, and thank you for coming and talking to us.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me.
Well,
This
we've
was a
learned a
first
lot.
for me.
Yeah, we love this job because we learn so much sitting
Yes.
right here from so many people.
I agree. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you both, and I hope your listeners enjoy the broadcast.
Well, if folks
thank
want to
you.
get in touch with you,
Yeah.
Twitter,
I do have a Twitter
Okay.
at Biddinger. That's uppercase Biddinger, uppercase F, uppercase.
You've been listening to a recorded conversation from EduTech Guys live coverage of FETC 2018. For more information about EduTech Guys, visit edutechguys.com. And thanks for listening.